next guest started cooking at the ripe old age of 4, and now just a few years later, he's an internationally renowned chef who likes to keep things simple. So here to show us how to prepare the perfectly simple steak is celebrity chef, chef to the stars, wonderful man to us, Mr. Curtis Stone. Welcome. We're so excited to have you.
Nice to see you.
Oh,
You only like me for my steak, and that's okay. We are going to show you how to cook the perfect ribeye indoors, right? Because sometimes you don't want to go outside and fire up the grill.
Right.
You don't have time. And the truth is you can still cook a brilliant steak inside.
And restaurant-style steak,
Yes.
which is, it's difficult to do that because you can make a steak at home and then you get it at the restaurant and you say, why does it taste so much better?
Right.
We're going to find out today. Joining Cam at the counter are Larissa and Ken. And
I'm already eating, I'm sorry.
Ken's mouth is already full. So we're going to make a steak with a spring salad. And it starts with getting the perfect cut of meat. Your
Right.
favorite is a ribeye.
So this is a ribeye. The thing about a ribeye is it's actually two muscles. So you see this here, that's sort of the eye of the rib or the longimus dorsi, and then this piece around the outside is a separate muscle. It's called the spinalis dorsi or the rib cap, and all together with that big piece of fat through the middle, which makes it super moist and rich and delicious. It's just a beautiful steak. So I love it. The thing about it though is you've got to temper it. So you
Okay.
take it out of the refrigerator for a good 45 minutes to an hour before it's time to cook.
That long?
Yeah, because you're letting the core temperature of the meat sort of come up to room temperature, so then you're going to get a more even cook on it.
Okay.
All right. So salt and pepper on both sides, and be generous with the salt and pepper,
All right.
because what you can't season the inside of the meat, you can only season the outside. So make
right.
sure that you season it really generously.
Okay.
Right,
Is that
plenty
like
of pepper.
with every cut of steak you would want to temper it?
Everything, yep.
Probably any meat.
Is that
All
meat?
meat,
Never heard
all
of that.
meat, yep. You name it, and that's how you should do it. It's as important as resting. We hear a lot about resting
Sure.
meat when it comes off the stove. The tempering's just as important. Go ahead and press that seasoning in a little so it really gets in there. And the next really important part is you've got a really well preheated grill, right?
Okay.
So
Do you
we've
put
got-
olive oil at all on it?
Look, you can. If I do it, I literally put that much on.
Okay,
right?
so don't pour it over because I see sometimes, and it feels so
Too much.
rich afterwards.
Yeah. And this has got a nice marble to it, this meat. If you're cooking a really lean piece of meat, you might want to put just a tiny bit more.
Okay.
You want to hear that sizzle. You need to hear that sear. If you don't, then the chances are you haven't got your pan hot enough. Go ahead and make sure that it's making contact with the grill pan.
Okay.
Right?
Speaking of the grill pan,
Yes.
this is your very successful line of Durapans.
Oh, we were
Look
just-
how great
I
these
was just
are.
saying-
We were just wondering, look at those pans.
These
What
are
are
They're
those?
so pretty.
wonderful.
You know, I started this company because I love to cook, but I was always challenged with what you have. You know, as a professional chef, you're used to having all the bells and whistles
Right.
in the kitchen, and then when you get into a home kitchen, you're like, oh, that's not what I'm used to. So, you know, I decided to come up with a line and develop it all myself. So here we are.
And you've done a great job.
I'm going to grill the avocado as well, which is a little unconventional.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm turning the wrong one up. I'll turn them both up, and then I can't go wrong.
There
I've
you
never
go.
grilled
Good
an
call.
avocado.
So we're going to grill the avocado, and then you get that a little bit of colour on that as well, right? Now, with that steak, you'll see I haven't touched it. What a lot of us guys do is we put a steak on the grill and then we start messing with it and touching it and poking
Right.
and prodding it. You leave it alone. You just put it down. You know that you're going to get that caramelization, because that's the really important part. Make sure you get in a good contact with the grill, right? About 60 seconds before you touch it, then you can turn it over.
Oh, look at
right?
that.
We're going to give it another 60 seconds, then we're going to take it off and rest it.
So, all in all, how long are we talking?
Like 2.5 to 3 minutes on either side.
Okay, that's it.
It's a really quick cook. And the key to this is letting it rest. So you mentioned before about the fat. You can
Yes.
see some of that fat, that excess fat rendering off the pan. Another great thing about a grill pan is you have those ridges so the fat can actually fall through. So you're not frying your steak, you're grilling it.
Oh, let's turn this down a little
Let's
bit.
turn that one
and that's
down.
our beautiful simple steak sauce that you say we can make from things we have in our pantry.
In your pantry. So lots of pepper, a little garlic. You can sweat some onions if you want. There's some Worcestershire. There's some balsamic vinegar. So
Some
really,
ketchup.
really simple. Little ketchup, a little brown sugar. You could throw a little butter in if you wanted it to
nice.
be super
Mustard.
rich. But mustard. You want those sort of intense flavours. And truly, you can go to your pantry, start throwing stuff in. The base of it really is a little vinegar, a little Worcestershire sauce, and of course some sugar.
Okay.
So while we let this work away, I'm just going to show you the avocado. Have we got the grill marks on there just
Is
yet?
it going?
Not quite. Needs another minute.
Did you oil the avocados first? Or
Just lightly.
Okay,
Yeah,
well-
you do oil them, but only lightly. Okay, so let's make a salad while we wait for those
Let's do
avocados.
that. So we're serving it
to
over a bed of
grill.
arugula.
Exactly. I've got a mandolin here. Now, a mandolin, it's a bit of a chef's toy. This is a Japanese mandolin. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and slice I need to just adjust that ever so slightly. So you want to make sure that the blade isn't too far from the top here, and you can
otherwise
go
it won't
through.
slice, right? Oh, look at that. Okay.
Exactly. So you go through, you get these beautiful thin slices of fennel.
I love
I've
fennel.
got carrots as well. So you're going to go ahead and you get this really nice crispness to the vegetables.
It's lovely.
When you do it this way. You can break that fennel up.
Yeah.
A little. We're standing around talking about Greek food.
There's no way that you could slice it with a knife that thin, right? I mean, if you could, you have to be pretty precise.
You've got to be pretty precise.
Right.
I mean,
that
look,
looks, I mean, and by the way, tastes, like you say, nice.
Phenomenal.
Crisp,
nice and
fresh.
crisp,
I love
right?
that.
I mean, you can use a knife, but I find it so much easier when you have the mandolin.
And something very
Safer.
fancy about the very finely sliced vegetables. I
You're
don't
so
know
right.
why. It's just, and we've made a beautiful buttercream dressing as well. What's in here?
Made from buttermilk, so a little creme fraiche. We've got some fresh herbs, a little salt and pepper. Again, very simple. It's a creamy dressing, and we can go ahead. I just like to put it in sort of little dollops around the salad like that. So you're not actually tossing the salad with the dressing. So then you sort of find that beautiful crisp vegetable.
Yep.
You don't drown it.
You don't drown it, exactly.
Now, as you guys finish plating all of this, I'll let you guys finish up. But at the same time, I'd love to ask you about the great work that you're doing, not only inside but also outside the culinary world with your Commit to One program. And coming up on May 20th, you're going to be sharing some more great things about it.
Right, so I'm working this year with No Kid Hungry. We're at the Chefs Conference this year in Los Angeles, and we'll be talking about that on a panel. But Commit to One is basically choosing a charity each year, which is what we do. Look at that, you just lay that beautiful
chef.
medium rare steak straight over the top of that salad. And what we do is we choose a different charity each year. This one is No Kid Hungry, so we're working with Taste of a Nation. We're doing all things, from going out to junior schools or elementary schools and working with young kids, making sure that they have, that was us down in Compton the other day, me and my buddy Mr. Voltaggio cooking. The kids go to school in some areas and don't get breakfast.
Oh my gosh,
They go to
or
school,
dinner.
and then they don't, they've got to wait until lunch. So they've started a breakfast in the classroom program, No Kid Hungry. So it's a really wonderful charity that you can also get involved with.
Great. Should we bring this avocado over here?
Bring the avocado on over.
Okay.
Might be a little
Grab
hot.
it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay.
You can drop it right there on the rack.
And by the way, also, resting a steak is important to do it on a rack and not on the plate, right?
So see how we've got those grill marks, those beautiful grill marks on the avocado?
Yeah.
So I'm going to just put
Great.
a couple of those in there, put a little
Yeah,
spoon
very
of that
good.
sauce.
Oh, Curtis.
Right, over the
This
top.
is so delicious. I mean, we're all freaking out over here at the counter.
is so good.
I love this. It looks great, too. I will let you guys have a taste and enjoy. Curtis,
The best part of the steak.
man,
right
you
there.
never disappoint.
No,
you
he's
really
amazing.
don't. Absolutely delicious. Thank you so much for being here, as always.